many people do not have a clear idea of the level of sophistication of e-commerce in China. And Taobao has been leading in this e-commerce revolution already for many years. So maybe we can start this interview with a brief history of what Taobao has been over the past few years.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. So just kind of give a brief history of Taobao. I think that I want to start with the brief history of Alibaba. I think that many people already heard about Alibaba, at least for the last week, I would think, right? So Alibaba was founded in 1999, and it started with the B2B business founded by Jack Ma and a group of other people. And then in 2003, Jack decided to go into that time what we call the C2C market, kind of AKA the eBay model, because we think that along with B2B, I think C2C is also a very big market at that time. And so, of course, at that time, the dominant player was CHINICT. And so when Taobao started in 2003, actually grew very quickly. Many people attributed to probably two things. First of all, probably we, to kind of compete with CHINICT, we offer free listing. That is that, we don't charge for the merchants to list it on Taobao. Second thing, of course, is that, the Taobao's execution speed or the localization process. I mean, CHINICT that time was owned by eBay, and, every decision, a lot of stuff was done in the headquarters. And Taobao, vice versa, we were based in Hangzhou, China, so we react to the market more quickly. And so these are two major factors. But along with the way, I think that probably many, people outside of China didn't realize the sophistication of the e-commerce. Actually, first of all, that along the way we actually have two what I think the major innovations like kind of help the China's e-commerce up to these days. The first thing is try to resolve the online trust. So for that, we rolled out a service called Alipay. I'm sure that if you guys shop on Taobao, you will use that. Basically, it is an escrow service. When a buyer purchases online, we deposit the fund in the buyer's account for up to 2 weeks, or whatever you receive the goods, you click OK, you can release the fund, whichever comes first. And then we transfer the fund on Alipay, transfer fund to the sellers. And that resolved the trust issue online, and that's really significant. And second, the product that we rolled out is to try to resolve the problem of the communication. We rolled a product called Ali Wang. It's an instant messenger program. And that kind of solved the problem because Taobao is a marketplace. If you search on Taobao, the listing come up with probably 100, can be even thousands of pages. And so the similar category, similar products, how do you differentiate that? Ali Wang provide a very instant communication tool between the buyer and seller, so you can actually communicate very quickly about the size, the inventory, postage, whatever question you have. And that kind of resolved the gap very quickly and kind of facilitated the e-commerce. And so with this tool, actually, we grew very quickly. So, from 2003, actually, we grew, we pretty much double up every year. And last year, I believe we exceeded eBay in terms of the overall transaction volume. And so that was very significant. And of course, nowadays, for example, on last December 12, we have a big, huge online sales. And the GMV, gross merchandise value, we reached more than like 5 billion RMB per day. So that's very significant. Just imagine that 5 billion dollars kind of transaction online. And so that's what Taobao it is today.
Wow, that's very impressive. I understand that there's a new platform on Taobao called Tmall. It's a fairly new e-commerce platform launched by Alibaba. What's the difference between Tmall and Taobao?
Sure. So actually, started with Taobao, we started with the marketplace. Actually, what we call the C2C. But starting from the day one, actually, we found out that we don't have a lot of us. We started with we want to do a second-hand auction, just kind of like eBay model. But we found out that in China, actually, the second-hand market is still kind of not mature enough, not even up to this day. So we realized that a lot of product actually offer is fixed price, or actually is brand new product. And then in 2008, actually, on top of the Taobao platform, we started to roll out, a kind of like a mall type of product alongside with Taobao. And then last year, we decided to kind of split up. So the company was split into three parts. One is Taobao.com, the other one is Tmall.com. The third part is called eTao.com. It's kind of like online comparison shopping site. And Tmall.com kind of position right now is trying to be a kind of name brand B2C website. Although we are still a platform, we are still a marketplace. That means that we don't own the merchandise. We facilitate the platform. It's very similar to like the Rakuten model in Japan. And so for that, we kind of position Tmall as with better quality, fashion, guarantee services. So we've been trying to working on that, try to give that differentiate to the consumers. For the original Taobao.com, we still position as a marketplace. However, we try to position as where you can shop online, where you can browse, where you can have a different kind of a living experience online. So we try to build an online community on Taobao.com. So I would say that's the major differences right now.
Okay, you have been leading the Taobao Open Platform initiative. And this platform actually has made the news for the past few years. Can you explain to us what it is exactly and how it can compare to other popular platforms like the platform from Amazon, for instance?
Okay, so I founded Taobao Open Platform in 2009. Well, I mean, it started with just kind of open up the API services, kind of like web services, to the outside world. And the initial target was, we realized that Taobao has a kind of a dominant market share in China, and we want to build an ecosystem for the e-commerce. And so, in order to build an e-commerce ecosystem in e-commerce in China, we have to open up our data to the outside world. And so that's the reason we opened up in 2009. And so it started initially with just a bunch of APIs. So the merchants who have the development capability, or the third-party vendors can come in and develop the third-party applications for the merchants. So it grew very quickly. And so today, up to last year, I think we have close to like 2 billion API calls per day. So it's very significant. And also the revenue associated exceeded 2 billion RMB for the year 2011. And so we think that it's been very successful up to that point. For right now, actually, we are trying to kind of doing one step further. We always has this dream of trying to say, okay, provide the services to the merchants, but we also have the dream of say, how can you work, at the Alibaba or the Taobao or Tmall.com. And so right now we are trying to, on top of this API services, we are trying to build a kind of data integration platform for e-commerce. The reason is like, we have a lot of vendors and have different kind of softwares and different kind of data, whether it's CRM, customer relationship management, ERP, enterprise, or just a BI data. And we like to integrate it together so the user can, a merchant can use this data very easily. Because I think that, we are talking about very big, huge amount of data volume right now. And so we are building this platform based on the Ali cloud computing capability. And we try to provide this service, kind of whole data integration services for the ISV to come in to develop, based on this cloud, and then provide the services for our merchants. And so that in the end, we hope that we can provide the kind of e-commerce back-end engine, also front engine, to the China's e-commerce or the merchants. And so that's what we are right now.
Okay, so more concretely, if I'm a merchant, how can I take advantage of this platform by, I mean, is there a way to tailor them to fit my own needs?
If you are American?
Well, let's say Chinese. Let's start Chinese.
Okay. So let's say if I have merchants, actually we provide this platform actually for you to integrate your IT services. So if you have your own IT system, for instance, and you want to connect, you want to do business on Taobao, whether it's Taobao.com or Tmall, and so what we will do is you will hook up to our services, and you can even consider to host your own IT infrastructure in our data center. And what we provide you actually is the data security and the ease of integration. And so we believe that actually with the e-commerce, actually there's a chance we can drive the revolution of IT technology in China, and that's what we think. And so for the merchants that if you want to open the store here, actually you can utilize a lot of tools, like for the like I said, the CRM tool, or the third-party tools that offer kind of like discount deal that facilitate the discount and monitoring the traffic, all that kind of stuff that you can use that for you. And if you're a developer, of course, that you can come in and kind of use our APIs and all the services, develop the Grab apps that can kind of feed, kind of catering to the merchants that kind of currently on Taobao. Just kind of give you an example. Right now, we have over 50,000 merchants on Tmall.com right now, and we have almost 6 million of sellers. This is on Taobao.com.
You mentioned earlier that Taobao is actually creating an ecosystem for e-commerce. If I'm an entrepreneur or if I'm a developer, that we have this hackathon taking place in a separate room here, how can I take advantage of the Taobao platform, Taobao or Tmall platform?
Yeah, so I think that if you are developers, I think there's great opportunity, because we believe that if you look at the third-party services that associate with the e-commerce in China, actually we believe the market would be greater than that of in US. The reason being that in China right now, the infrastructure is still lagging behind. So I think that the service industry, the third-party services, has a great chance kind of like bridge the gap, facilitate the infrastructure, and then help the China e-commerce landscape. So to this perspective, I think that Taobao open platform or the Tmall platform, we offer the opportunity for you to come in and develop the application that can cater into the merchants. And whether it is just very simple, like I say, discount tools or the backend system, or even the logistic solutions, people management, they are different array of the solution that's possible. I think that can happen in here. That be said, so I think that the opportunities is tremendous for many entrepreneurs. Just give you an example, we have a couple of the third-party developers that started with the 2008, and they grew to that we have, all I know of right now, at least 2 companies, within the 3-year span, they grew from 0 people to over 400 people right now, and they got VC funded as well. Yeah, and so I think, to me, the opportunity is still here. But, just I have to be upfront as like this application is different from, generally what you see in the social networking application or social gaming application. The major difference is that this kind of type of application has a longer life cycle. The adaptation cycle is much longer for the merchants. So this is the bad news. But the good news is once you are in this market, once you're established, you will establish the entry barrier for yourself, so you can provide a service to the merchants for a much longer period of time. So I think that, to me, this is over a great opportunity for everybody come in. If you are here for the long run and you have an idea, you are familiar with how e-commerce will turn out, you can provide a solution to the e-commerce players. I think that this time offer a very, very good opportunity right now.
Well, thank you very much, Ben. I mean, thank you for coming all the way from Hangzhou to attend this conference. I know that Taobao or Alibaba rarely speak at other conference, external conference. So thank you for choosing CHINICT to share these views.
Thank you for inviting here. Thank you.